Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Farming Simulator. We're here in, I believe the name of the map is Hannah, Indiana. I know it's definitely Indiana because the license plate says we're in Indiana. This isn't going to be a map or a series by any means. It may just be one that I might kick in every once in a while if I get bored on another map. But the reason why I started on this particular one is, well, for one, just try out a different map. But two, I have I believe it's like realistic time. It's a new mod that just came out within the last couple of days of me filming this, recording this, whatever you want to call it. And the idea behind it is that it actually follows your realistic time frame. So it's one of those things that I'm trying to, and apparently it says I'm in year 3 already, which I call BS on that. But anyway, yeah, so when it says that it's like 5 o'clock, 16:59, you know, 4:59 in the afternoon, there it is, 5 o'clock. That is actually because it is 5 o'clock real world time. And so far, knock on wood, this is kind of working out in a way I wasn't expecting it to. It's allowing me to kind of play this a little bit more real world like than I would expect. Again, I'm not a farmer by any means, but it's allowing me to kind of do what I need to in a day, you know, not rush. It also adjusts the time frame, the time scale. Unfortunately, you guys can't see that, but it went from a time speed of 0.5 to 1, and that's because it synced up the time between in-game and real world. Now, I was playing this last night, still kind of working out the bugs and whatnot. And, well, yeah, and these are all my harvesting contracts. So it's actually going to allow me to do... Oop, that's fertilizing. Here they are. And all of these are harvesting oats. And I need to take it to a grain elevator and whatnot. But that's not why I popped in here. So, real-time sync. Obviously, you have the option to turn it on or off. You can set it to be where your time zone is. I believe where I'm at, it's actually -4, but it's daylight savings time. So I kicked it back another one. Yeah, I don't know. I guess it doesn't quite factor in daylight savings time versus standard. It is what it is. But you do have the option here to, and I'm assuming this is factoring in with real-time sync. I don't know, because I don't remember seeing the season's daylight hours. So I don't know if it's part of that or if this is just a recent update. So just kind of throwing that out there. Someone can tell me if I'm wrong on that, but I don't remember seeing that at all. But yeah, the game itself will actually adjust the time scale. So like I was trying to say earlier is that last night when I hopped in here when I was playing last night, it got dark just like it did out in the real world. Well, pretty darn close. The nice thing that I was not expecting though is you get a little bit more of the realistic sun setting, which I think is awesome. Yeah, I have this tiny little dump truck hauling all of these screens. That, of course, is TLX's pickup truck. This might take a hot second here, but so yeah, when I hopped in here today, initially the game time was set for last night when I stopped playing. As I was still kind of fooling around with all the settings and whatnot, I think the reason why it says year 3 is because it kind of resets it to a year later. I don't know on that. But it's just one of those things that just kind of threw me off. Because I think when I initially started, when I initially set it up, by the way, those grain carts take, with this class Lexion 780, with the full harvester, it fills up one of those grain carts minus like 2% or something like that. It's not a one-to-one filling. I didn't realize that, but I just thought I would share that with you guys because I think that's pretty cool in my opinion. But again, we are working on contracts in this game, on this playthrough. Like I said, this is just going to be yet another one of those maps that I'm not planning on doing any series or anything, but if I start liking the realistic time scale, I will probably bring that to some of my other maps. But I'll probably still leave, you know, a handful where it's just, you know, the standard time scale that you know, we're all used to and we all love. But and nothing too crazy or dramatic on this particular series, but haven't had any major issues. I've been kind of playing off and on today, just to see if I can get any quirks figured out or anything like that. I will say I had, when I initially loaded into the game, just by simply adding that mod, I did have an issue where it didn't load properly. It got stuck. I managed to make my way through all of my mods, but I'm pretty sure I got every single mod re-added. There were one or two spots that I had to go back and redo it. It may have just been a technical glitch type of deal. Because, like I said, all the mods that I normally run with, whether I use or not, to be honest, are active. And again, you see the autosave. I do like that to an extent, but it does kind of cause my game to be a little glitchy while it's trying to save. Like that. That was not the recording, that was the actual game doing that. And that's just because of the autosave. I wish I could kick the autosave to do it like every 30 minutes instead of 15. The game maxes out at 15 right now. So unless there's a mod to where I can make it like every half hour or even 45 minutes to give me at least a little bit of time to record without it doing that, I would love to know about it. And I am doing this field a little weird, just by constantly doing headlands all the way around, but it works out because I can get just about a well, I'm getting to the point now of being able to do a little bit more than just a full roundabout, full headland around, just because, you know, as you go in, it shrinks in size each time. My dogs are kind of running in and out outside right now. Temperature has dropped pretty drastically. It was like hitting almost 70 earlier if it wasn't above 70. And I think it's still dropping. I'll get the right word out. Down towards lower 50s. It's gotten chilly out there. Maybe not 50s, maybe upper 50s, but either way, it's at minimum 20-degree drop from earlier. I'll put it that way. Yeah, let's take a look at the... Well, yeah, let's take a look here. So this is the map here. Hannah, Indiana. I think I got this off of... Or I think I found it through a Facebook group, I think. Sorry, the reason I didn't stay on that screen is because I knew we were coming to the end of the row. We're gonna get pulled up as soon as we get it turned around here. So here's the map. All the, obviously, if you know Farming Sim, all the fields that are flashing right now are what I have contracts for. So this isn't the biggest map or biggest field that I have a contract for. Maybe 36 is over here. And this is what I own. You can actually buy all the road edges and things like that for $0. That's amazing. I love that. So all of these fields, I believe, you know, all the fields are needing to be brought over here to the green elevator. Now this cross line is a set of tracks, as is this cross line. All the roads actually go right to left or up and down, to my knowledge, obviously, except for maybe this road. That looks like a road there. So, yeah. I think what I might do initially is get all the grain put in my own elevator. I need to take a look to make sure as far as where everything else is going for the contracts. If everything is going to the same place, everything's going to be taken, dropped off into my elevator, and then I'm just going to start hauling. Get these contracts filled up. But we can at least get everything harvested. Get everything done that way. So I'm not sure with the way I have it set up how well it's going to go. I'm hoping it can be a situation of, as far as I'm talking about the time scale now, I'm hoping that it's a situation that I don't feel like I'm just playing the same day over and over. It'll actually advance the days. I wonder if I'm going to have to adjust the... Ooh. With this time scale, I could actually do something crazy. Theoretically speaking, of course. Let's see here. I could make the months, 28 days long. I do not currently have seasonal growth on, because I just kind of want to let things grow, let things do their thing. Just because I always still want to be able to feel like I'm doing something worthwhile and I'm not waiting like 6 months for something to grow when it really shouldn't take. But at the same time, like I was trying to say, is I can make the months 28 days long, have realistic time, and see what I can do from there. That could be an interesting gameplay, because that would be a little bit more realistic, obviously. We wouldn't have to rush. We wouldn't feel like we would have to rush to get everything done. 80%. But at the same time, it would force me to figure out other things to do than just harvest, seed, plow, till the soil, all that stuff. I would have to actually figure out a way of doing other things. So that may not be a bad thing to attempt to do. Granted, it might get me to the point of, you know, putting this on the back burner per se, but if I could just kind of let it play in the background, that would make things interesting. Now, obviously, I can't just let it play in the background while I'm trying to do other games, because my computer can only handle so much, and sometimes it feels like it's already trying to roast me out of here. So, I have a strong computer as it is, but even I know it has limitations. So, turn around here. We're only at 90%, so we still got a little bit of time before we have to unload. But I am looking at, I'm sitting at about $1,900 right now. So I do own a little bit of land. I do have the big silo system just behind the houses here. So it's not a bad thing. I'm close to home right now. The map's actually bigger than it looks, which also means that some of these fields are bigger than they look on the map. So that's the downside. But I think that's gonna be about it for this video, guys. I know it's a short one, nothing really much to it right now, but I'm getting myself sidetracked as far as what I'm trying to do here. But guys, as always, if you happen to like what you see, or if you catch yourself watching more than one of my videos, please do us both a favor and hit that subscribe button and ring that bell. That bell will let you be notified of every single video I post, and not just select few here and there. If you're already a subscriber, guys, I thank you and I greatly appreciate it. If you're new to the channel and you've made it this far, I also thank you and greatly appreciate it. And I hope you continue to stick around, guys, and enjoy my content. So with all that being said, we'll catch you in the next episode. Take care. Peace.